I don't think that the CIA are even capable of creating Bitcoin per se. And I think that if they did, then it would be the biggest goof that the CIA had done of all time. Because why would you create a currency that cannot be printed more of, that anybody can use, and that anybody's going to be able to harness and to utilize and have wealth from if they were to just study the ways in which the algorithms work, or the blockchain works, or the computers, or just money, the way money works in general. Because the fiat system, and look at the way that the politicians behave around Bitcoin, look at the way that the institutions behave around Bitcoin. There's a reason why they don't want you to know about it and they don't want you to use it. It's because they can't benefit from a currency that you can't print more of. Okay, if they print more of something and you're the one paying for it, they get to rob you. Do you see what I'm saying here? They get to rob you when you're the one that is paying for their splendor. Okay, it's not even real splendor. It's just this false pretense of splendor. And sometimes all that you get to do when you see through the BS is to just accept it for what it is and move on. Because these people are so inclined to rob you and to really steal your, not only your financial literacy, not only your livelihood, but also your soul, because you are indebted to the system. The system is set up so well right now that even if you were to play the system, you're still trapped in the system. And there almost is no way out except for Bitcoin. And even then, like, yes, to some degree, you're going to be pseudo-anonymous. It's not going to be completely anonymous, but that's part of the beauty of the blockchain in of itself, is that you get to see what wallet addresses are going where. And yes, you know, that can be used to track people, but also the beauty of it is that anybody can be tracked. Okay, anybody could be. The person who is not, who's claiming not to be, you know, stock trading in secret behind the scenes, right? They're manipulating the markets. The people that are manipulating the markets now, they don't have the opportunity to hide that. So yes, at the cost of a little bit of privacy and pseudo privacy, there's going to be this ability to see and hold people accountable, though. And I think that that's one of the cons and the benefits of that Bitcoin system. But overall, I would say that it's a overall win for the society at large, because, well, why wouldn't it be? Why would you want to live in a fiat system or a currency, or have a currency that is ever depreciating in value? Costs are going to continue to increase. What happened to the grocery prices going down? What happened to the food costs going down? It's not going to work. You see, we're working for a currency in the fiat system. Specifically, I'm mentioning the dollar here. We're working for a currency that by the time we get paid for the work that we've done, the value of it has already decreased. And so the value is going to continue to decrease. Everything else is going to continue to cost more. You might as well start to get out of the system in the next best way and at least fight for your freedom. What else are you going to do? The thing is that the CIA, if they did create this, it really is the biggest goof that they've ever done. And I don't really think the CIA is perhaps as smart as we'd like to think. I think they're just more manipulative. It's kind of like this, right? It's like in this world, everybody is just as screwed up as each other. Some people just know how to manipulate their image a little bit better than you do. And you don't manipulate your image if you're in Bitcoin. You just don't, because you know, I've never met somebody in Bitcoin that is actually a part of Bitcoin, that, let's say the Bitcoin community. I haven't met anybody that is against freedom. I haven't met anybody that gets butthurt or offended by certain things. Bitcoin is the currency of freedom, as far as I can tell, at least the most that we can see in this day and age. And you know, it's entirely possible. Let's say the CIA did create Bitcoin for a second. Let's do this thought experiment. Let's say the Satoshi Nakamoto character or group of people who have 1 million Bitcoin, right? If they have the 1 million Bitcoin, yes, there's going to be a possibility that the wealth distribution is going to be even more terrible than it is now. But I don't think that Bitcoin is going to be taking over in that way. I don't think Bitcoin is going to be taking over in the way that maybe people want it to, because I think that because it is more of a free type of currency, that it's going to reshape just how we view financial, well, number one, investments and literacy, but also just life itself. The more that I study Bitcoin, the more that I am curious about life. I didn't expect that to be had by studying finance. I didn't expect that to be studying from an investment. And I don't even see Bitcoin as an investment anymore. I don't see it as an investment at all. I see it as a new mode of being for life. And thank God for it. Because even if it is created by the CIA, do you see a better option? I'll wait. Because I don't see a better option. And the fiat system is dying ever more by the second, nearly at this point, because it's just so hyperinflated, and there's no way the United States can ever pay back the debt that it owes. The whole system is going to continue to go into more debt and more debt and more debt and more debt, because that's the way the system is set up. The system, even if you were to pay off all that debt, you still owe things. That's something that many people still don't understand. And I think with that, we're going to close out the video for today. I hope everybody has a blessed rest of your day. I hope everybody also does their own research on these things, right? Like, look into the history of these things. Look into the history of institutions. Look for where the money's actually going. And with all that being said, peace. Until next time.